Right.
So it's like, I think that what irritated me the most is y'all keep talking about this kitchen about to close and we here an hour early.
Yeah.
And y'all messing up. Y'all not seating us. Y'all not finding us. Y'all keypad don't work. Y'all done made the sandwich 3 times. Y'all done gave it to somebody else. And then gonna passive aggressively be like, well, I can cover the bill. No, you're going to cover the bill. Like, what?
It was terrible. It was terrible. Okay guys, it is the next day, so it's Thursday night, and I figure since I'm kind of leaving like early afternoon that I just need to kind of get my thoughts and stuff together. So I kind of wanted to show you guys a little bit of what's going on. So this is the purple dress that I got. I showed y'all yesterday, so I'm just trying to put everything together. So this is the purple dress, and I'm still deciding if I want to do like purple on purple like this, but this is what I was gonna wear Saturday night. And then this is the outfit for hike. I still gotta go over the itinerary. This is a possibility. So all 3 of these are possibilities for Friday night because I can't decide. So I have this brown maxi dress that I had in a like a clothing haul that I still haven't worn. So I'm like, I'm gonna see what that's giving. And then this is an option. It's literally just like a cropped V-neck, the bag, the light jeans, and I felt like this like blue and the shoes went really well with all this. So I'm leaning towards like if I don't like the fit, like if I'm just not feeling the dress, more likely I'm just going to do this. Like I don't even think I'm going to pack this. I think like 3 options is just out of control, especially since these 2 are the same. I think this is why I needed to lay everything out so I could get a vision. Because this is the same shirt, different colors, and then this is the same jean, different wash, and then the green bag like kind of offsets like light green, you know, I don't even know if I like that, but I think I'm leaning more towards this. If anything, I may pack the jeans with the blue just in case. But these outfits, these 2 for sure, and then Friday night like trying to figure out, and then I just need to pack like chill clothes like sweatpants and like a graphic t-shirt kind of thing for when I'm just like lounging around. But this is like the main stuff, so I just want to lay everything out. And I've also been thinking about this with this, like instead of, I'm still trying to decide if I want to do the whole purple moment or if I want it to have like a contrast random pop of color. So yeah, getting packed, getting ready. So it's kind of one less thing to do in the morning. Like I'll still have to pack because I gotta do like my hygiene stuff, but I think like getting the outfits is like key. So this is what I'm doing. Good morning, you guys. It is Friday, June 9th. It is currently like 9:15 and today's the day. We're headed to Louisville today, and we are actually headed off to some appointments. We got to go get our nails done and nails done. I'm so used to saying that, guys. I'm actually waiting to get my nails done into the Beyonce concert. My toes, we need to go get our feet done, and that's what's happening. And eyebrows threaded before we get on the road. I hopped on and told you guys, so I did most of my packing last night, but I do need to put in there like my outfit to go home, like my highway outfit for Sunday, and like hygiene stuff. So as soon as I get home, I'll get to that, and then literally we're gonna head out. So today's outfit, literally just threw on anything because like I said, I'm gonna be like in the car and stuff and running errands. So just this Nike shirt that I normally work out in. These, I got this from like Ross, I'm pretty sure of it. No, I think I got it from Kohl's. And then these little shorts I got from, I don't know, but it's one of the places. I want to say like Forever 21 or something like that, but just like some little shorts. And then my slides again. This is like my everyday running errands bag. Yeah, so let's go. to Louisville, but first we're gonna go to Rainbow because I think I told y'all when I was telling y'all all the stuff I was shopping for that I don't need to, but I would like to get some sandals that I saw when I was in there, but they were closing and it was giving me anxiety. Like, I didn't realize they closed at 7 and I'm walking in and it's like 6:37. I'm like, oh gosh, I barely have time to, hold on. Whoop. Girl, I'm thinking I'm going straight to the highway. I should have went out the other way. But it's okay, we'll go this way. I'm like, wait, I'm getting turned around because I was like going straight to the highway, but I need to go to Rainbow first. It's currently 12:11, so I feel like we are doing good because I wanted to leave and be on the highway by 1. So running over here, already knowing what sandals I want, just need to check on the sizes and stuff like that. It should be in and out, but just letting you guys know where we at with it. We on the way to the Rainbow, then we're gonna hop on the highway. I'm gonna show you guys the sandals, and then y'all probably won't, like, I'll probably pick up the camera once we get to Louisville just so I can focus. I feel a little rusty, like I haven't done the drive to Louisville like on my own in a few months, because last year I felt like I was hitting it, like going to Louisville at least once a month, just like with my sister, and running birthday parties, running errands, wedding dress shopping. There's a lot of stuff going on, so I felt like I was driving to Louisville consistently, but now ain't been no really reasons to, so I feel rusty. So I'm like, we don't need to focus. So I'm gonna just check in with you guys once we get the sandals.
That he felt the same.
Hey guys, so I'm leaving Rainbow. I'm about to get on the highway. Quickly show you guys. So it literally was just like some little shoes. So this is what I want to wear on Saturday, because the sandals, like, I really need to get it together. But let's get on this highway. Hey guys, so made it to Louisville, and I'm currently getting myself together because I told y'all I was going to tell y'all the itinerary. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, this bag is like so small. This is the bag I'm gonna wear today, and I'm trying to get like my cards and everything in here, and I'm just like, ugh, it's gonna be a nightmare, but I'll figure it out. Because normally, like, I feel like I'll take it to like somewhere where it doesn't require as much stuff. Like, I feel like I have a lot that I'm trying to carry. So where I be getting lost. Okay, so yes, we're in Louisville, and the itinerary, so we are gonna go, my sister's working on her outfit for Beyonce, so we're gonna go to, I feel like I put a lot right there. We're gonna go to this boutique she saw on Instagram and see what it's giving, and see if she saw some stuff and just kind of see it and try it on and stuff like that. And then we're gonna go to eat. So that's like the plans for today. And then tomorrow we're going on a hike in the morning. Then we're going for brunch. And then we're gonna go eat later that night. So I'm super excited about all the plans, all the things. I'm just we're kind of wanting to leave by like 5:36. So I'm dressed. I'm just like trying to finish up my makeup. I got my bonnet on, but it's my hair, I did that first. So I'll show you guys. And yeah, I'm in Louisville, got here around a little bit before 3. I went to go get some Qdoba. So I was starving, and I feel like when I'm like trying to do something and get somewhere, especially if it has to deal with the highway, I'm like one track mind. Like, I'm like, I got on the road now that my nerves done calmed down, and I'm like, might have been, you know, important to eat. So I ate, and I've been getting dressed pretty much on and off ever since. So yeah guys, I'm gonna just go ahead, get myself together, come back on here to show like the final look, and get my sister to say hi to the vlog, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Hey guys, made it to Louisville. Gotta get Kel to say hi to the vlog when she's ready. But this is what I'm wearing. Kind of showed you guys when I was packing, but I decided on this outfit. And then bag. And then my little sandals. We're about to head out to the boutique and then we're gonna get something to eat and take you guys along with us. Look at Kill, she got her outfit for Beyonce. Okay, that's good. Okay guys, so we're back from, what? Mikhail got her outfit, so we're back from, what was it called, Kill? True Rebel. And then we went to go get ready for our hike. So Mikhail got some stuff, we pretty much got the same stuff. And she had got this little water bottle pouch from Five Below. So we went back to get me one for tomorrow's hike. And then we got some smoothies from Boathouse Farms. This is the Blue Goodness, and then this is the Amazing Mango. And then got some water for the little hike. And now we are on the way to dinner. Okay, what's that place called?
Union Game Yard.
Union Game Yard. Mikhail's been before. I've never been, so I'm super excited and we're hungry. So I just wanted to show you guys real quick what it got. And then we're about to head there and show you the vibe. So see you when we get there. Okay guys, so we're back. Told y'all we were going to Union Game Yard or Restaurant Game Yard, whatever it is. I know, because you just want to say Union Game Yard,
like they added restaurant,
so it's like
a
lot.
Union Restaurant Game Yard.
She got it, and it's in Jeffersonville, Indiana. So we're just gonna take it from the top, cause what a mess. All right,
so where do we start?
I don't know, like it was not, I feel like, you know how when something's kind of off, but you're trying to like make the best of it. I think it started with the parking.
Yes, oh my God. But I wish I would have looked at the time, but we probably spent like 25 minutes just trying to find a parking spot. And that might be being nice, cause like, it took a minute, a lot of circling.
I mentioned Mikhail had already been before, and there's like literally when you get there, there's a parking lot right across the street, but I mean it was sold out, and so was everything else. So we ended up having to circle back around, and then we still didn't get a spot in the lot. Somebody was backing up right as we was leaving, so we ended up getting a spot. And then we get there, and I got like videos of everything, so it was like 8:01 literally when we got there, and they closed at 11. So we get to the front, and like that's when everything just went downhill. Like the lady initially, she didn't say anything. Like you walked up, you said table for two.
Yeah.
And then when we did that, like then it started getting weird. Mikhail started looking around to see where we could get seated because we were seeing open spots. And then as we were trying to do that, she's asking for my phone number. This is the hostess. And then something was wrong with the little tablet. So I'm telling her the number, and then she's looking. I don't know what they needed to hit enter or something, but she wasn't like inputting like my number. So Mikhail thought we were good to go, and I'm like, no, she doesn't have my stuff. Like, she doesn't have my name. So then she tells us that she was just gonna come find us. Like, so she didn't input my phone number. She didn't get my name. We weren't actually put into any kind of queue, any kind of anything. She just was like that something was wrong with the, like, what exactly did she tell you?
She was like that something was wrong with the wait list and that they just come find us.
So,
my spidey senses was going up when she said it. I was telling Kiana, I was like, well, how's she gonna do that?
And I'm always so like giving everybody the benefit of the doubt. So I was just kind of like, oh, well, we can just, they got a bar or something, so let's go over there. And even after we got our little drink, we got a blue butterfly. Even the bartender was like, oh, and on the other side is the food menu. But Kel was like, well, we're already like getting seated. We should have just ordered then, because we got the drink and then went and started to like explore the place and like taking pictures. And then Mikhail was already on the radar, like, okay, I'm gonna give it. You know, she kept like replaying.
She said 15 minutes. She was like, the wait time was 15 minutes and I will come find y'all. So I'm like, I feel like she's not gonna come find us. So I'm gonna check in 15 minutes. What?
So I'm over here like, oh, I think it would be okay, because like, but then it's like, as I'm saying that, it's kind of weird, because if your system's down, how do you know that there's nowhere for us to sit? Like, none of that made any sense, like, after the fact. So then we go up there, and then Mikhail was talking to her. I was more to the side, and basically she didn't know who we were. And
she was like kind of looking like, she pretty much, when I walked up, was treating me like it was my first time walking up and was asking me like, how can I help you? And I'm like, oh no, like, I'm here to check on our table. And then she kind of like was like, oh, well, our waiting list was there. Yeah, we get that, because you said that the first time. She was like, but your table's already ready, so I'm gonna go ahead and sit y'all. And then she was like, but hold on, let me check with the manager because the kitchen's about to close.
After we've already been out there waiting for the 15 minutes.
And I think it was longer than the 15 minutes. So we went and got drinks. We sat there and debated for a couple minutes about how to do our boomerang.
Right. No, because I took a video once we sat down. It was like 8:26. So after like 26 minutes, now you're coming up with all this stuff that you never said when we first got here. Now the kitchen's about to close and all these things. Well, we was here 30 minutes ago. And it's not our fault.
And then the place closes at 11. I forgot, did we mention that? Because it wasn't like we were strolling in at the last minute trying to be seated. We walked in at 8:01, and the place closes at 11. I didn't realize there was a difference in when the kitchen closes, but
I feel like that's neither here nor there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, who do people know that kind of information?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it was on.
And
the
it wasn't
website,
advertised
like,
on the menu or the website.
And I think that was what was annoying, because we were starting to get told that multiple times about this kitchen being closed thing. Like, we were inconveniencing everybody else when we got here way in advance. Like, there was definitely people who sat, I'm jumping ahead, but I'm just like,
yeah, because the plot thickens. Okay. So then they asked the manager, like, is it okay to go ahead and sit them, because they was her, and we told them to wait, and the wait list was messed up, yada yada yada. And then the manager gives the okay, and they seat us. So then they seat us, and then they continue to seat more people. So I'm like, when does the kitchen exactly close?
And is everybody getting the same spill?
Yeah.
I think the difference that was really throwing me off was like, we came up here to get seated. We're kind of shushed away because of some waiting list, where the people that after us were getting like menus and going to be seated. So I don't know if it was just the timing of this little waiting list error or whatever, but people after us, like, we watched as we got seated, people after us was just getting promptly seated.
And I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, because maybe for those people the wait list did work and they got their text message. I didn't think about that, but still, like, it was some weird stuff going on. I don't know if these people had reservations or if they got text messages saying their table were ready, and that's why the interaction was so quick. But we got a whole lot of stuff happening when we were getting seated. The manager did give the okay for us to get seated, but then it was a whole bunch of other stuff.
So so we get seated, And then we were just kind of sitting there, and then some random waitress comes up with waters because no one's still for this. It was such urgency for this kitchen, but you think like after we got seated that somebody would promptly be coming to get our food, get us ordered, get the hell out of here, right?
Yeah, because
the kitchen's about to close. So we just sitting around, and some lady walks up with waters and gives us a whole spiel about our waitress was over in a cabana or something, and she would be right over. Right over was 15 minutes later. So she comes over and she's like, one of the waitresses, no disrespect, but they come, they're very chill. Mikhail pointed out like it should have been red flag that she didn't write nothing down. And I try, once again, benefit of the doubt, I'm like, well, some people are so experienced, they hear it and they know the order. So she does our order and she takes away our menu. I wish I would have recorded that because the time span of like between that, right? Never mind the fact she made sure to reiterate the kitchen thing.
Yeah. So they was making sure we knew that the kitchen was and it kept changing. First it was at the beginning it was the kitchen was closed. Then it was it's about to close and it'll be closing soon. So we're thinking that like the kitchen closed at 9. Yeah. And by 8 they were trying to like slow things down so the kitchen could close on time. But we were reminded 3 times that the kitchen was closing, about to close, closing soon. Like can you just take our order? And we ordered chicken sandwiches, so it was kind of like we had already got our drinks at the bar. So it was just a lot because it's like you say, I think it's annoying when you say hi and go right into stuff like that. Yeah. What she said, she was like pretty much, I'm coming here and y'all need to order soon. Right. I can't remember how she worded, but it was pretty much like, let's get y'all order in because the kitchen's about to close. So figure out what we've been waiting for her. For you. Like we was ready. Yeah. Like, I know what I want. I'm waiting on you. Like I didn't want to be rude, but I wanted to be like, well, we waiting on you, sis. So we ready? Like, and I just was kind of like nodding my head. Union. And then Mikhail went right into her order. Like I know what I want, baby. I'm waiting on you. We were waiting on them. Like I didn't understand the constant spiel for the kitchen because it's like if everybody's in such a damn rush, let's get to it. Yeah. Like by this point, like you didn't. It was just the most. So we're waiting around. We're talking about our plans for the week. This, that. So it was already like, can we estimate how long it took for like the first order? Yes, hear me correctly. The first order of food to come out. So we're waiting, like we're right by the kitchen. So we're seeing, and we thought it was kind of weird that food was kind of piling up. Like Mikhail's like, I hope that's not like any of that's our food because it was just waiting. There was like one guy who was like trying to organize stuff, random waitresses coming up, but it was like, okay, whose food is this that y'all just got lingering? I feel like people should have a sense of urgency. If somebody's food's out, people don't want cold food. So we're kind of watching this and I noticed like there's a couple right behind us. Mikhail's facing me so she can't see it. And I was like, because it had been a minute. And I'm like, Jesus, taking a long time for our food. And then they had something. I was like, and this is the couple that came in after us. Yeah, like they ordered way after us. Like she came over there twice because the first time they weren't ready. So it was a long period of time. And I was like, dang, I think that was my word. I was like, they've already gotten their food. And then Mikhail's like, it looks like our food. Just like our food. I was like, they got the same thing we got. Right, so I was, it happens. The menu wasn't that big. So I was just kind of like, oh. But then they were looking at the food weird. And then the waitress. I kept looking back. I was like, they still ain't tasted. Yeah, Mikhail's like, I think that's our food. I think that's our food. And I was like, it can't be. So then the waitress goes over there and starts talking to her. And I'm looking. I said, oh my God, I think they got our food. So then she's talking and she's saying stuff. I can't read lips, but it was giving like they gave them our food. And it was like, y'all already tested, so y'all can just have it and we'll bring up the correct food for y'all. So she's still talking to them while we're coming to our own conclusions. She finally comes over there and basically tells us that the runner gave them our food, and before like anything could be done, they had already sat it down, they done breathed on it. So she gives them to-go boxes for our food and then they still get their food before we get our food. So they've been given food twice and we haven't got nothing. Food. Chicken sandwiches. So she gives them their boxes. Mikhail, like, I can't think of the time frame, but like we were still waiting on our food, and Mikhail was like, I can't remember, what did you say? And I was like, no, they got their food. She was like, they've already gotten their food? Yeah, I can't remember what I said, but it was something I was like, yeah, they've already gotten, like they were getting their checks
and we hadn't even gotten our food. So finally, maybe like a head waiter, manager. He wasn't the manager because it wasn't the same guy that they talked to see if we could be seated, but it was somebody in charge. So he finally comes over and addresses
maybe
us.
like the shift manager.
Maybe,
yeah, because he was
kept
like
saying,
on my watch.
He was taking like what's the word?
Ownership.
Yes, he was taking ownership of the situation. Regular people. It was giving leadership. So he was basically explaining that the first one did go to them. They made it a second time and it was wrong. So we didn't even see that.
Never made it to us.
It never made it to us. Nobody said anything. We're still waiting. It was damn near an hour.
Yeah.
By the time
chicken sandwiches. I'm sorry, I gotta keep reiterating that it is a fried chicken sandwich.
We got the what's it called? The Union chicken. Like, it was nothing spectacular, guys. It was something you could have gotten from Zaxby's. Like it was. I got food. Okay, we
get there.
All right. So then no one told us that. So he comes over. He's apologizing. He was like, "What can I do?" Like da 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 da. So he was like, "I can comp the food or whatever." Yeah. I mean, because at this point, it's the least you can do.
Because before he came over there, I was like, "Can y'all? Is it okay for me to ask the manager now?" Because I was about to be like, you know, she was like, "Well, let's just try to get our food first," and they beat us to it. But I'm glad that he like acknowledged.
Yeah, because Mikhail was getting antsy. Yeah. Like she done changed her position. Like she was facing the kitchen. She was ready to get
I was like, and it was getting awkward.
Yeah, because we're watching everybody around us, people that ordered after us, and never mind the fact that there was a mom and like 3 children that were seated after we've been told that the kitchen is closed, making it like, so what are they ordering?
Yeah, I was confused on what was going on. Like, was there certain rules like for the kitchen? Because why was we giving so much pushback
for the kitchen?
There was literally like 5 people seated. Because at this point, like, you know, I'm looking around because I'm like, I just want to see
we got nothing else to do.
And I'm like, it's been like 5 people seated after us, so it's like, when does this kitchen close that we keep talking about?
I mean, a family of 4 with children, like, they're not ordering drinks, so it was giving like, why were we told at 8 o'clock basically that the kitchen was closing, and then after that, like, a lot of people were being seated. So it was very weird from the beginning. And like Mikhail said, her spidey senses, we probably should have just went somewhere else. Probably should have just got our drink and left. But I was just like, it was my first time going, and I was just trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. So then after this manager comes and comps the food, and he was like, is there anything I can do for you guys right now? And I mean, no, we just, like, we're hungry.
On our food.
Like, we came here not for the drinks, but for the food. Like, we're trying to eat. So then 15 minutes later, you know, he comes with the food. Why is it wrong?
The food was wrong, and the chefs was out leaving. The food came out wrong. So the sandwich came with, it was a Union chicken sandwich. You could get it fried, grilled, or you could get it tossed, fried, and tossed in a sauce. And then it had tomatoes, lettuce, garlic aioli. Is that it?
I feel like so.
Yeah, I think so. So I said no tomatoes and no garlic aioli because I don't like garlic. If had it came out there with tomatoes on it, I would have just picked them out. But mine came out there with the garlic aioli, and I was like, it's still wrong. And I was like, I guess, can they remake it? At this point, if they would have remade it, it would have been a 4th time. And they was like, no, the kitchen's closed.
Yeah, because right when our food came out, like, they were leaving.
Like, it was literally the last meal that they made.
They were gone. So they like made our food 3 separate times,
and then I didn't even
still got it wrong. So we bought basically, and then like Mikhail called the waitress over. Like, it was very weird. She didn't know what was going on. Like, and then it was like, I don't like the passing of the, I told them, I even wrote it down. I feel like you never probably got the food right, because how can they make the sandwich wrong that many
twice
times?
I'm like, so I wonder what the first mistake, like the second mistake was. The first mistake was giving our food to the wrong person, and then the second time they messed up, we never got to see the food. So I'm wondering what they got wrong about it the second time. And then the 3rd time, it had garlic aioli on it, and I'm like,
yeah, because my food was made the way I ordered it, but hers wasn't, and I was like, this.
And then she had the nerve to be like, I guess some people can do this whole like order things and it come out wrong and still eat it. Not me. Like, if I order my food a certain way, especially with something like that, I can't pick off garlic aioli. So I'm like,
she was like, how much is on there?
Almost implying that like if it was a little bit, then I could just eat it or wipe it off. And I'm like, I lifted it up, and she's like, oh yeah, that's a nice amount. Even if it wasn't, like I asked for no garlic aioli.
This is not what I ordered, and it's a $15 chicken sandwich.
Yeah, so
like I want it to be right.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It was very. And then she was like, I mean, I can. What's the exact word? I keep saying comp, but they didn't say that. But whatever, they was basically making it on the house. And we was like, Mikhail was like, well, he already came over and did that. She was like, oh, thank God. Because I didn't want to have that argument with him. Well, we will. And
then, no, the way she like asked, like almost, she said, well, I can, what'd she say?
It was a question.
Yeah, like what do you mean? Yeah.
I can't think of the wording, but basically make it on the house. Like not charge us. But it was like
if you want me to kind of thing. It wasn't like I'm gonna take care of this for y'all because you can't even eat.
Oh my gosh.
And I done made your sandwich 3 times and you can't even eat. Like it should have been a right up. Even though it was already taken care of, you're coming back trying to offer the same thing, but like doing it like, well, I guess
underhandedly.
If you want me to,
it was like, I don't want to, but if you want me to, I can go talk to him and have this.
I'm like, well, thank God he already took care of it.
Like after y'all done inconvenienced us in every single way, like.
And at this point, we was hungry.
Yeah.
Like we even went there earlier than we planned to because we were getting hungry. Because we still have the mindset. Okay, they close at 11. It's like if you're not familiar with it,
early.
They have like drinks and then it's like a game yard. They have like ping pong and cornhole and things like that. So I'm guessing from 9 to 11 it's more of that. But we got there at 8. Like they act like we walked in at 9. Y'all keep talking about this kitchen closing. Like the kitchen, it was obvious once time went by that the kitchen closed at 9.
It was not closed.
Cause like once they got done with our
plates were stacking up. Like y'all was cooking.
Yeah, like so I was like, we wasn't inconveniencing anything. Like the stuff was rolling out that whole hour we sat there. And then they made they ran over a little bit because I'm thinking the kitchen closed at 9, and then they finished our food at 9:20 and was like jetting out the door before I could even say my chicken sandwich was wrong.
Right.
So it's like I think that what irritated me the most is y'all keep talking about this kitchen about to close and we here an hour early.
Yeah.
And y'all messing up. Y'all not seating us. Y'all not finding us. Y'all keypad don't work. Y'all done made the sandwich 3 times. Y'all done gave it to somebody else and then gonna passive aggressively be like, well, I can cover the bill. No, you're going to cover the bill. Like, what?
It was terrible. It was terrible. We end up ending the night at the spot next to it where Mikhail was finally able to get some tacos. We got some margaritas and we had a cute little balcony, whatever.
We redeemed ourselves. And shout out to, what was it, La Katrina?
Something tacos.
The taco was really good. And I'm like, we should have just started with this.
We could have just went there. Like, it was cute. Mikhail really liked her. But, I mean, like, it's just crazy because you just never know what kind of experiences you're going to have because she's been there before.
And I recommended it. And I'm like, dang, I recommended this place. I was like hyping it up. I'm like, yeah, I've been there before. The drinks is really good. It's cute. It's a vibe.
It could be a vibe. Yeah. Like, it totally could have been a vibe, and it just went downhill the moment we went into the building. And it was like, it didn't have to be that way because it was a cute little, the games, the drinks, the music was starting to get good. It was like,
and then another thing is everybody's saying something different because I kind of wish that we would have went with the bartender, because when we went to the bar we didn't have any issues. Like, he took our order and then was offering for us to order our food there. So it's like, why didn't he say, well, you know, the kitchen's about to close, so you may want to go ahead and order your food. And then I told him, oh, well, we're waiting to be seated, and then still didn't say anything about the kitchen being closed. Right. So it's like, which one is it?
It's given this Friday night and everybody was just ready to go.
They wanted to close that kitchen like exactly at 9. So I think as it started getting closer to 9, they wanted to limit like the orders. I think they were hoping we would be like, oh, well, if the kitchen's about to close, don't worry about it.
And it's a whole hour to make 2 chicken sandwiches.
And she literally said, once they got the chicken sandwiches and handed it to that other table, she literally said it's only gonna take about 10 minutes.
Yeah, she did.
So then why do y'all keep talking about the kitchen closing?
30 minutes later.
Yeah, so she said it would take 10 minutes, and then I guess 10 minutes went by and that was the wrong sandwich.
And then what, 20 more minutes, the manager comes to talk, and then an additional 10 like
minutes.
Then
so
we finally
yeah.
got the wrong food.
Yeah,
like,
because I don't think they at any point they were like, make it, oh, we messed it up, let's make it right away. It was kind of like, oh, we messed it up, but let me finish table 1, 2, and 3, and then I'll get back to your messed up chicken sandwich.
And I think what was making me irritated, because like I said, we could see the kitchen, is that like I get that I wasn't seeing our waitress walking around with a whole lot of food to other tables. Like she was servicing a lot of tables. That's one thing. If it's like, dang, like where is she?
Yeah.
Like she just wasn't around. Like if our food is getting messed up this many times, I would be waiting right there until they got the food.
Yeah, because you know, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think she was running food. I didn't see her take not one plate to a table. Did you? But
no, that's what I'm saying.
Like
what
they
was she
had
doing?
runners. So
Yeah,
I'm like, what was she doing?
Because I guess it's different in different restaurants. Normally, like, sometimes if there's a lot of food, there's, like, your waitress and, like, somebody else. But
and
normally,
had, like,
I don't know what was going on.
Like
she said runner.
Yeah,
she was like, the runner came. So that's what I'm saying. Like, what were you doing? Like, I feel like if somebody else was running the food out, like,
and then they messed it up the first time. First of all, this is your tip.
It works in communication.
Yeah, I would have been like, okay, my table's food got messed up, so I'm going to make sure it gets right.
I think that was what was bothering me, because first, I feel like the only reason why she came and said something because we were already looking. Like when we noticed that the food looked like ours, I don't think she was gonna say anything.
And it was hard to not tell that I was looking, because I literally had to do this.
And then it's like, how you go approach them and not us? Like, I feel like, should we not have been first?
Yeah, I feel like we should.
Like, I don't know.
Because it wasn't like she was already at that table.
She went to them.
Like the runner gave them their food, and then she went to them and was like, oh no, this is not your food, or something like that.
And we were already looking at her.
And then she didn't even come straight to us after that. She walked back up to the like expediting table or whatever.
Then came to talk to us.
I think because she seen it on our face.
We were literally
like, is that our food?
And then she went and got the boxes, talked to them again, and then when our food got messed up, she should have been coming to tell us about that the second time.
Because at this point it was like, what's the delay? I'm like, dang, she said 10 minutes.
It's been 30.
It's been 30, and then she still didn't come back and be like, oh, y'all, I'm so sorry, but they messed it up another time. We're going to get it right this time, and then we'll bring you our food. The manager came and said, and I think they only came and said something because we were looking awkward. Like, we were both kind of like looking around.
Because it was like everybody around us was like not only getting their food.
Yeah, but I think we got like the gist.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Sorry guys, I think the camera's trying to tell us the story's getting long-winded. but moral of the story, 10 out of 10 would not recommend. Like, it's to the point where okay, maybe that's bad, but I just
the
feel
drink
like
was good.
The drink was good. The food was good. That's why I was jumping ahead.
I think it was the service that's missing.
It's just
because I don't know if I would keep throwing into people's face, like especially when I can get it if it was like we were strolling in 5 minutes. Y'all, we're talking about an hour before the kitchen closes. Why are you bringing up to your paying customer that the kitchen's closing an hour before it? Like, I mean, we heard it from the people who were seating us, the waitress, and then I feel like somebody else said it.
I felt like the lady with the waters didn't say it?
Yes, it was three people. Three people talk, and then not only was it 3 people, but them 3 people said it a couple times. So it was like,
we get it, but it's just weird. It's counterproductive to keep reiterating about the kitchen, but no one's moving with urgency.
Exactly.
You want us out of here because that's what we're getting.
Yeah,
we're getting the vibe that you want us out of here.
And then it took you an hour to get us food that we couldn't eat.
Oh my god.
So
that's what I said. I don't want to say not to recommend. Enter at your own risk.
Yeah,
because it seems like you don't know what kind of experience you're gonna get. She had a great experience the first time where she wouldn't recommend it, and then we got, I mean, polar opposite experience.
Yeah, and the time I went before, I went like a year ago, and I remember it being dark outside, and we got food. So I'm like, this must be a new thing, because if it was dark outside, like I'm like, I had to be there pretty close to close time, and nobody brought up. They gave us our food just fine. So I'm just like, I need to figure out what time this dang on kitchen closes at this point. But
because like, I mean, or maybe that's a helpful tip. Maybe like it gives vibes like, y'all, it's pretty at night. They have like the little tea lights and stuff. So it's not something that you're like, oh, I don't want to go at night, but low key, like you don't want to go close to closing because your experience might be different. Like if you go like midday and stuff, maybe everybody's not in such a rush to get home, and it's just weird because she went later than what we went this time, and it was
nobody said nothing about no kitchen closing. So I'm like, I don't know if that's a new thing, or if we got in close enough to where it wasn't cut off, and they were just kind of like, oh, they're in here. Because most places it's like if you enter before, like they just service you, and I don't know why this was weird, but I'm like, the drinks was good. And then
the chicken sandwich and the
they had music,
yeah.
and then they had like the games outside that we didn't get to play because we were so irritated that after the food was wrong, we just left.
Because like when he said he was gonna basically make it on a house, we was gonna get like the little adult Kool-Aid,
Capri Sun
things. I don't know. But then when they came out with her food wrong, it just killed the vibe. Like we were literally,
we kept trying to redeem ourselves. Like we kept trying to be like, okay,
one thing after the other.
We kept trying to be like, okay, this is not the end of it. We're not gonna let this ruin the night. And then stuff just kept happening.
It just kept snowballing.
I think it was the service. It's like the service could have been so much better by so many different people. It's like we had so many different interactions at night, and like I feel like the manager did a good job of like coming to us and us not having to come to him, and then acknowledging it and offering.
He was
but then it kind of like when the lady came back,
negated everything he did.
It was like now you sitting here saying like, well, I can try it.
It's already been done, sweetheart.
Yeah, thank you for nothing.
You guys,
I'm not going.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, enter at your own risk. That's why I said 10 out of 10 wouldn't recommend. But there's like, I'll never go back. Like, it was too much. That was like, sometimes people mess up on your little orders, fix little things. But I think like the customer service was terrible. It was
record breaking to make somebody's food 3 times. Had the kitchen not been closing, they would have had to make my sandwich 4 times. I don't want it. I don't want it.
How do a chicken sandwich with like 3 ingredients? They had we took off most of the we took off most of the stuff on the freaking chicken sandwich. You were left with lettuce, pickles, the actual chicken.
Pickles.
Yeah, pickles was okay.
Yeah.
So yes, lettuce, pickles, the chicken, and then that sauce if you wanted it. I got the sauce on the side, and then Michaela. I
kind of wish I would have just asked for it on the side, because maybe they would have caught that. But I just said no. Like I already tossed it in buffalo sauce. I mean,
but she didn't like. I wanted to try the sauce. Michaela didn't have any interest, so you shouldn't even have to say on the side for a sauce that you never wanted in the first place.
Convince me to eat it anyway.
And I mean, it was like on the bottom of the bread, smothered. Yes. So like she would have had to literally cut the bottom of her chicken to get rid of it, and then wipe away the sauce off the bread.
The pickles was soaked in it. The buffalo sauce was mixed in it.
I got a picture of it too, but follow me on TikTok because I'm gonna do a review because it was crazy. It was crazy.
So, and that's for Union Restaurant and Game Yard in Jeffersonville, Indiana.
Enter at your own risk, you guys.
Yeah.
It's 11 o'clock at night and we got a hike in the morning, but I was like, we about to have a whole little moment.
Why it's fresh.
Yeah, because I was telling her on the way home, I have never in my life, ever had such a crazy experience like that. Like,
usually it's a one and done, like something goes wrong and then they fix it. They
like work to like fix the experience for you. I feel like we're in a day and an age where reviews and different things are like very mainstream. Like I feel like some things here and there can't be helped.
Because this is what we did. Like I looked up the restaurant and sent it to her and was like, I've been here before, but you know, this is a visual.
Looked it up on Facebook.
Like this is what people do when they're about to go try a new restaurant. They Facebook, TikTok, they look for stuff like this. So it's kind of like word of mouth. That's that's advertisement. So you need to be making sure everybody leaves happy, not just the people who, you know, the guest list happened to be working when they came in.
Right. Because you know, it's be hard for me to like, you know, this, because when you go there, it's a few of us
we were outnumbered.
So that's why I was like, sometimes it's hard to like,
but we were trying to like,
because the family of 4 I told you about earlier were black that were seated after. It's hard sometimes when you're not being treated fairly to not go to the color of your skin. Because I was
looking around and I'm like, you know, what's different about us?
I was like, we kind of outnumbered. Oh my God, you guys. But yeah, we're gonna have us a nice peaceful hike in the morning. So until then. Good morning, you guys. Today is the next day. It is currently like 9 a.m. and me and my sister, I'm gonna show you the outfit of the day. Me and my sister are headed to a hike. I'm pretty excited because I've been really trying to do more physical activity. This is definitely a step above. I've never done a hike before, so I showed you guys like all of this throughout the vlog, but this is what it on for the hike. And I have my water bottle and my fanny pack and all the things. So I'm drinking on my little smoothie right now, and we about to, like, once Kel gets situated, we about to get going and get going on this hike. I'm gonna take you guys with us, so stay tuned. I think the last time you saw us, it was after Big Bad Breakfast. So we are headed to Drake's to get us some drinks. Kel's driving, so she gotta focus, but I will see you guys when we get there. We're at Drake's. I forgot to show my food before we got started, but I got the buffalo chicken wrap and I took off the blue crumb. So I think, what is it, blue cheese crumb? So now there's like no cheese on it. So it's kind of like, but I'm getting full because I got the mac and cheese. And Kel's food. It's
Buffalo bite.
Yeah, it's a little spicy.
Yeah, it was more, but I ate over half of it.
So we're gonna just take it to go.